Hey fuckers, world's okayest trader, and today's episode is definitely brought to you by whiskey. It was a rough day for me mentally. Oh my god. So, yeah, let's get into it so I can sit and finish a glass of my infinity whiskey. So, overnight, we had this really big push up. We had a break, expecting the new high. Now, market open in and around here, still expecting a new high, but it just sort of went sideways. So there's the high, first entry, there's the break, there's the second entry, but it broke lower here, there's the up. So far from the EMA into the top of this congestion sort of holding. We had a breakout pullback. That probably should have been the long there. But I was not really paying attention. Yeah, just not on my game today. Yeah. So this pushes up into a high, creates this resistance, pushes up, creates those two bars. So that's where I pop the range in here. Push all the way down. We're going to expect a break and a new low. So there's the break. There's the new low. Drops out of the range. I didn't have this range top in here at that point. I was still playing this larger range. And so we got a strong push up, pushes up above the EMA, pushes back down, starting to form some support there. Get another push up right at the EMA. I'm thinking we're going to get a new high from this break. That's a good break, a push up. EMA is holding. And I enter. And I get stopped out. However, I was counting it the other way. So I didn't count this one. I was counting this short-term trend. There's the break, expecting this to be a new low. Not the first way. So there's the second entry short, expecting it to come all the way down here. But no. I got trapped because this short-term trend took over for the break. New high, pullback, second entry long. Now, it kind of went sideways and got trapped as well, but it would make, that made the scalp 4 ticks. I think that would make a 4 tick scalp. Let's go. Oh, no, it was only 3. Okay. And it was 2 the other way. So either way, just bad area, congestion. I rushed it. I didn't really pay attention to this. And yeah, I got trapped. And that really pissed me off. Like, it really, really bothered me. So I put myself in a mental timeout, no trades. This is sort of a first for me. Normally I would get angry and try to make my money back. But look at this consolidation. Like what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna pick this top and maybe get you stopped out because it's gonna head up here. Like, we're at market all time highs. Like, anyway. So try to stick with the rules. I took a break, came back, drew the range, started drawing these channels, and I got back probably as this first entry short was forming. Still not fully recovered from that mental mistake. I'm drawing this. I'm still expecting. Here's the short-term channel. Here's the break. EMA holding. First entry short, pullback. Now this pushed above the EMA. This probably wasn't a good setup, but maybe there's another channel there. But a strong, good bar. Now it was above the EMA. Now if this was below the EMA slightly, and if this was a lower high, that would have been a great little trade to take that down. So now we've got a new high, first entry, second entry again, just into this. That was a tough day. Like, there wasn't really any textbooks in there. Maybe you could have taken this lower high as this support gave it up, and we get a break looking for the new extreme. That could have been a good one. Again, my mental game wasn't there. I was pissed off from this. I kind of reset. Now I'm like jonesing for a trade because I'm a little red. Well, little is relative. Yeah, so that lower high could have got me back. And it continues down. We chop around. Let's just get this back. Ooh, I don't know what that was. It may have been a trade. I don't know. I don't know what that arrow was. Yeah, so we have a break. Now, I was playing a wider channel. I sort of extended this way once that push down happened. But after we got the break and new low, and after this break, that's essentially the new low for that break, and then it just sort of went sideways and then broke lower. So there's the low. I even at that point, I still had it here, thinking that because this was a strong push down. I didn't have the overnight open drawn. I should have. I put it in after, and yeah, so that would have kept me out. But I'm still, cautious. Still not watching. I'm still watching carefully, being overly cautious, not looking to take another losing trade. So there was the low. So first entry, pullback. We don't really get a second entry. If we get a second entry above the EMA, yep, there's the second entry, and that would have been a great trade. Failed second entry short, off the lows, bottom of the range. We've got the break in the new extreme where we're in a tight channel working up. Push above the EMA held, bing. So, again, now I've got this trade that I've missed that it was a clear, good setup because I was still worried from back there. We get the break and we start this channel working long. So then I get to this trade. Let's put it right in the center. We have this push up, we get the break in the new extreme of that, and then it just sort of works higher. So I draw this trend. So we have new high, first entry, it matches, so I reset the count. New high, first entry, second entry long. I entered this trade. It went up, pulled back, and the moment it went up to this midline of this channel, which I didn't have at the time, I moved my order from, I stopped from down there right to break even, and that little sucker came back and tagged me and then took off. This was a mental error. This was me and my psyche trying to get me out of pain, and it didn't work. But I saw it go up. I've got those losses. I'm thinking about the loss from before. Okay, maybe this will get me break even. That's what happened. And I moved the stop too tight. If I had left that, I would have at least gotten my scalp. And if I had followed my runner rules, I likely would have got out probably this bar. So instead of a break even and continually in a red position, there was the entry. There was the first scalp. And then the runner, conservatively would have got another 2 points, And if I had taken it at the top, you're not going to know the top. And even if I said, okay, I'll take it there as it pushes up with the stop, somewhere between an extra 2 and 4 points. So, yeah. So instead of, believing that, right, the EMA's holding, the channel's holding. I had the channel drawn because I had drew it across the top of these ones and dragged it down, and it would fit that bottom. Like, this was a great trade to take. I just chickened out, got out of the pain, sent a break even, and then that added to it. Like, that didn't get me out. Now I've got this trade from back here, mental error, bad trade. Now I've got mental error, good trade, but I didn't take it, get stopped out, see it take off, right? And I'm like, ugh. So now I see this overshoot and I'm looking for something. And fortunately, I think because I got distracted, I did take care of some day job stuff, that I didn't take anything in this. There was probably, there's the new high, first entry, second entry. Now, because I was in the mental state I may have taken this one. But again, not a great trade. Far away from the EMA. Yes, it worked. But, here's one push down, another's push down. There's 2 legs down. Maybe we're having this range. I didn't have it until this one formed. Well, I came back in and around here and drew this range in. So that's why there's no markings in here. But again, look at this wick stuff. I'd be looking for something in there. But this is sideways garbage, and I would have been farther red. So maybe it was a good thing that happened. Yeah, so you see my win trade. So we got the top of this range, channel working down. when we get this push up, this is kind of like 2 legs up. Again, there was stuff in here that, here's the short-term uptrend, break, new extreme. Then it goes sideways. Like crap, this range is holding. Now I'm thinking breakout, pullback, but it breaks out and it doesn't really pull back until here. Now we're above the midline, so I'm really only thinking long for that. Then it flushes. So this flush was actually pretty good. At this point, when this channel broke, I'm still thinking it's going to break out, pull back, test the lows. Doesn't, does this stuff. But I see the strong push down. We're double bottoming, so I'm resetting the count here. So there's your new low. A tight channel working up, but that EMA, like that's holding right through there. Like the EMA is not holding, but like that area is holding, right? We get a breakout, a pullback. We've got the first entry short, second entry short. This bar was green up until the last minute and it reversed hard. So I had my stop in there and it just took off. So that trade there was a great trade. Second entry short, EMA said, no, go short. The short-term uptrend got at a break and it attempted a new high. It double topped, gone. So this was a great trade. This was the trade I should have waited for. This is the trade I should have let run, all because of this bullshit back here. So yeah, and eventually this break got its new low down here. There was an attempt at it and it reversed up, but there it was there in the end of the day. But that's the plan. Look for the channels, wait for the break, let the little correction play out, and then take the trade. Be patient, and it will come. It's just unfortunate that I was in a mental hole. And I sat through a lot of this. Like, I took that, and I'm like, oh, man, I need to take a trade. It's Friday. I don't want to be going down in the hole on a Friday afternoon. Like, yeah. So it was tough. It was tough for me to not overtrade today. And probably if I had made this, even just the scalp and not necessarily the runner, would have brought me to break even overall in the day. And I may have ignored it at that point because it was noon. But, I kept in it, tried to keep my head in the game, not overtrade, not take stupid crap. And then that presented itself. So we're always going to get 1 or 2 good ones a day. It's just a matter of waiting for it. So I would say overall, so today I'll count that as, a loss, break even. Now, depending on how you count it, I'm counting the break even as a loss because I didn't make money and, average those 2 out, like I lost. And then, yeah, and mentally this was a loss. So 2 mental losses, an actual loss, a break even, and then we've got 1 mental plus and a win trade there. So I'll update the stats. So 1-1-1 or 1-2 for the trades, and then mental it's 1-2. Yeah, 1 good mental trade and 2 mess ups. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's Friday, the world's okayest trader, and I'm gonna go finish the whiskey that I think I need this afternoon. Because somebody told me once. If you have an expensive bottle of wine, open it on a bad day. You can save it for a good day, but really open it on a bad day so you know that there are some positive things around, like good bottle of wine, good whiskey. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to let YouTube do its thing, process and upload, and watch the status bar, drinking a whiskey. All right, world's okayest trader out.